Dude, this righteous fear, man, it's different, man. It's it's provocative, man. I mean, I don't even know what that means. It gets the people going.
You're not talking to her about it. Why? What's going through your mind as a man?
As a man, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out the next move, next situation. Borrowing stuff from people that kind of embarrassed about the situation.
Embarrassed?
So I'm trying to figure out what can I do to make things better. It's not that I want to talk to her. It's just the fact that I'm trying to figure it out my damn self.
Men, you can't tell me you don't understand where this brother coming from.
He didn't meet me at the top of his crap while
Okay.
he was balling.
Excuse me?
There was somebody else that was with him at the top of this crap while he was balling that created the situation initially.
Okay. It's up to you first and foremost to not post those things. And once you put them up there, now you have to deal with it.
Well, then someone needs to help him then. Shaq, can he get a Papa John's?
Kids, that was wrong. Joe?
Yeah, I'm out, yo.
And his opponent, accompanied by Ross Mann from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, GMG Big Money.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one. These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
They ask for the truth, but they can't handle it. They want to remain stupid.
Salute. Come on in and welcome to class, gang. How y'all feeling today? We back. But today we're going to do something different, guys. I dropped the link, guys. I'm going to drop the link again. Today, I need to hear from my Goodbreads. I want my Goodbreads to break this thing down. Ain't much more I can say. I gave you guys the spill. I gave you guys the tea on this situation. By now, we know you don't go trying to make no hoe a housewife, guys. You can't make a soul survivor chick a help me. It's not gonna happen, bro. We not God. You know what I mean? We not God. We gotta carry ourselves like him, but we are not God, guys. So we should know better than that. But I dropped the link. So come on, gang. Y'all get on up here. We gonna watch this full-blown disrespectful interview. And I want to see y'all guys. If we got any ladies in the house that can't stand to see this disrespect of a man, and y'all want to chime in, or if we got any ladies that want to chime in on why it's stupid for a dude to try to cuff and wife a hoe, come on up. You know what I mean? Today is the day for the people to share their thoughts. All right, guys, we're going to jump right on in to this motherfucking interview because it's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Rise and shine, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Truth Factor. Today's show is going to be very different. Many of you guys saw a video, I'm sure of it, that's going viral. Everybody's talking about it. Joe Smith, his lovely wife, Keese, are having a horrible argument about her doing OnlyFans without him knowing about it. Obviously, it's escalated. Everybody's criticizing. Everyone is speculating. But I wanted to bring this family in to be able to have a heart-to-heart conversation to try and help mediate and heal their relationship. I just want to get them back to harmony, okay? We're not poking fingers. We're not poking fun. This is simply to talk about conflict resolution inside of this family household. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Joe.
Now, you can dress it up real nice, Kev, but your name been associated with a lot of scandals recently. You know what I mean? Come to find out that that Cheesecake Factory, that was a money grab. So now our biggest thing is this a money grab or not? Because Joe, your money low, and are you catering? Are you conforming to the ways of the world? Are you going with this little hell of a plan that your hoish wife has conjured up? Guys, are you trying to get the sympathy card so that you can go fund me, so you can go fund your way out of bad choices and decisions? Because if you give me $2 million, you ain't got to give me 80, 120. If you give me $2 million, bro, I ain't never going back. So what's going on here? But we'll proceed.
Joe, pleasure meeting you.
All right, pleasure.
Yes, sir. Pleasure meeting you,
Hey,
Kiss.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Guys, welcome in. Sorry that we're meeting on such unfortunate circumstances, obviously. I just want to talk with you guys, okay? Obviously, this started over a video that went very viral. I'll share it. I reacted to it, of course. Everybody's doing the same, but they're seeing the video from the...
Exactly. This is what's not sitting well with me. It's like everybody is money grabbing. Everybody is just coming to social media and they're painting themselves out as a victim. And the victims are getting rewarded now, bro. Because everybody is a sucker for a sob story. Because tell you the truth, right? Offline, a lot of people can relate to these sob ass stories. So when they get online to see somebody else go through it, is liberating. Message.
from just you guys arguing, and they're just talking about it from that point. I want to know what led up to that point. Like what happened moments before this argument, and then we'll go back and find out what's been going on that made this whole thing manifest anyway. So if you don't mind, Kiss, take me right before that argument. What happened? What causes you guys this big uproar?
We were just arguing about just situations at home where how he found out. He says that he went on my phone or something, but I know that a friend of his told him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Joe, you mind telling me? You go to her, you tell her, you know about her OnlyFans now, and obviously you've heard about it through someone else, and they showed it to you. They've already shown you the proof, I guess, and then you go to her knowing everything full well, or what?
Yeah, they told me about it, and when I asked her about it, it just the conversation just went left.
Absolutely.
Like it was just went from actually above the OnlyFans and just start pointing at everything that I wasn't doing or I wasn't able to do around the house. So that's why she did it. But the fact that she had one wasn't the issue.
Right. Okay. So I want to point something out. A lot of times when we go to our wives and we're trying to have
The fact that I got to play that back because you said the fact that because you're not sounding like a good actor. You're not looking like a good co-star, bro, in this scandal, bro. But I'm not understanding what the fuck you just said right there. That was a bunch of nothing. I need you to repeat that, sir.
Yeah, they told me about it, and when I asked her about it, it just the conversation just went left.
Absolutely.
Like it was just went from actually above the OnlyFans and just start pointing at everything that I wasn't doing or I wasn't able to do around the house. So that's why she did it. But the fact that she had one wasn't the issue.
Right. Okay. So I want to point something out. A lot of times when we go to our wives and we're trying to have what we think should be a simple conversation, and we get a whole bunch of things that's been going on in the past, it seems like they're saving up stuff. It's kind of how their mind works. Okay. So we feel like they're being unfair, right? They're talking about subjects that we didn't bring up, right? They're switching the narrative. It's somehow coming out to be your fault. It's a lot of times because women are not as confrontational as men, right? Now, a masculine trait is to fix problems within your family, fix problems, period. Well, women necessarily don't really have that. So she holds it in. where if you have a problem, you're going to say it. For her, a lot of times she's going to harbor it, and then it just comes out whenever you confront her about it. It's kind of like if you squeeze a lemon, what's going to come out? Lemon juice, right? So if it's at that time you're applying pressure to her about anything you're upset about, what's going to come out of her of what she's been thinking.
Bruh, why are you talking to this man like if he dealing with a traditional, normal female? He dealing with a soul survivor. The soul survivors don't work on that, bro. Cut it out. Soul survivors are direct. The alpha women that these beta males keep picking, those women are direct. They're just as direct as us alphas and sigma males. Yes. They communicate directly. You heard what she told him, right? I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. That's direct. Now, beta males and traditional women, they are indirect. You know what I mean? They're indirect. So you don't talk to him like if he got a traditional female. You know his female not indirect at all, bro. He got to speak up.
How she sees it, probably what she blames you for, and all these types of things, right? And it's going to be difficult to work with that conversation. That's why I say conflict resolution is a skill that both people must really work to have, because you got to deal with each other and work through your problems, right? The first thing I noticed about the video was it wasn't the issue that everybody seems to be making it about, being on OnlyFans. I promised to me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems your issue was that she didn't talk to you about it.
And that's the biggest issue.
Right.
That's the biggest issue. And that's probably one of the first things I even mentioned.
That's cat. I don't give a fuck. If you're listen. Let's see the stupid shit that they done normalized. You mean to tell me the fact that she's thinking and her actions already set up this OnlyFans and been doing this OnlyFans is less important than what she tell you? You see how stupid that sound, bro? When I break it down, when I unnormalize the dumb shit that's normal, you're telling me that what she tell you is more important than her actions. So no, I don't think so, bro. The problem is your bitch would even dare to think she can do that. That's the problem, bro. But you see, you're not gonna address that, because to address that would mean you have to take some self-accountability, bro. You know she was a hoe, bro. You know she was a hoe, bro. So cut it out. Cut it out. Now you can't play let's pretend that she was a good girl when she never was a good girl to begin with, bro. See? This is what happened when you play let's pretend with these hoes, bro.
On the video,
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't you discuss it with me prior or right after you did it, or when you was thinking about it?
Mm-hmm.
At some moment, I'm your partner in this relationship.
Absolutely.
So at some point, you would think that out of respect that you would come and discuss it with me.
Absolutely. Now, before I hit the video, while it would seem simple that she should have this conversation with you, here's what I mean by there are a lot of other things that goes on in her mind and why that may not be as simple as you think it is. Now, it may be something that you don't want to hear, but I want you to just try and hear her, right? Kiss. You guys, you said already in the video that you guys were going through some financial things, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you find yourself on OnlyFans. You're already doing what you believe is going to fix this financial problem. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you tell him? What was going through your mind? Was it fear? Was it you believing he might say no, and you know that?
Because you knew it was wrong. People know right from wrong. As bad as they want to play dumb, they know right from wrong. They know good versus evil. They know that. And the reason why you ain't say it, because you knew.
You feel like this will really work, and if you don't, the financial problem would continue. Just tell us what you were thinking.
I'm thinking like, yeah, it's his secret, so this is mine.
Okay.
And at least my secret is just me doing my thing to make money.
Wait a minute. Secrets? Just so y'all getting in whole relationship caps and in marriages with secrets? Privacy? Come on now.
Okay. So, but you didn't just do it because he had a secret and you wanted to have yours, right?
No,
The
I was
financial
doing it just
situation.
to make money, but I don't feel like I have to discuss things with someone that keeps things from me.
Okay. So now imagine you guys are having a conversation and he says to you, "Hey, you didn't talk to me about it," right? What you said was, I tried to present other options to you.
I have.
And so that sounds like you only did it because you tried to present other options and he wasn't hearing it. Not that you guys both have a secret or he has a secret.
No, I didn't. I mean, I'm doing the OnlyFans thing because I need money. Period. Okay.
Right.
That's what it is.
And you didn't talk to him because
I didn't talk to him because I feel like I don't have to.
Right. So, okay. So why don't you feel like you have to talk to him?
I just told you why.
Because he has secrets?
Because he don't talk to me about shit. So
Okay.
I'm not talking to you.
Okay. So you hear that, right?
Why get married, bro? Why get married, bro? You see how they carry on, bro? And this happens because you ain't never loved each other, bro. You survived with each other. You know what I mean? Y'all trauma bonded together, but you ain't never built nothing together. Y'all sat there and used each other the whole time. You used her because that was the baddest bitch you could attract for your monies, and she used you because you could have put her in a better spot than on that table. It's sad, bro. Y'all looking for fantasies from people that's living in nightmares, bro. It's never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna happen.
Now, what do you feel that he didn't talk to you about?
When I first asked about how we can get a solution, I don't get solutions. I mean, this is not just yesterday or the day before or a week ago. This is ongoing. I ask for solutions and I don't get solutions. So why should I keep talking? And then what? You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have any, so I'll figure out my own, do my thing. You know, you don't help me with the other jobs that I've started either, except for the moving company. You know what I mean? I asked you about how can I do puppy friends. You have no input, no nothing. You know, the moving company, he just worked with me because he had to. So it's not like he wanted to. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
I mean, what? What am I supposed to do?
Right. And
so
that's
why
the statement.
I stopped
What
talking.
am I supposed to do? Right. Now, guys, you'll have these type of problems in your relationships where you feel like your partner is doing something, not giving you what you need. And oftentimes you'll think, well, why don't I just behave that way? You've heard it being said, right? Two wrongs don't make a right, right? Both people have to be working together to resolve the conflict, or it's going to be a broken thing. Now, I say a divorce or a separation is made up of many failures, many failed arguments. So when you guys say, hey, let's just not even continue the argument, I think you should look at that as both of you guys failed, because those problems don't just go away because you stop talking about them. Now, you heard Kiss say in her most honest voice that she looked at him and she said, okay, I presented him with some options. And when he didn't respond back with anything adequate, any information, I felt like he's keeping secrets. So if he's doing that, then why do I have to talk to him? Now, you can understand what she's thinking, but you can also see how that would be counterproductive, because what happens is when Joe finds out, he's absolutely upset because she didn't talk to him. Now, when this happens, he's not realizing that he somehow manifested this by not talking to her, because when he didn't talk to her, I'm sure it wasn't for malicious reasons. Let's just say this. She asked you about finances, right? What can I do to help?
And let's be that. Remember, salute to my guy 5000, the Beezy. Remember, the Beezy told y'all separate the bitch from the coochie. Remember, he told y'all that. This is why. Because when you separate the bitch from the coochie, you'll realize that after the sex, it ain't even a great conversation, bro. You don't even be wanting to talk to the bitch. Now, Joe, what did you see in this bitch other than seeing her in a strip club, getting that fantasy, pulling her home so now she can be yours and yours only? After that wore off, sir, what was in Keisha that you saw, bro? Keisha, whatever the fuck her name is. What was in her? Because you don't even want to talk to this bitch. You don't even want to talk to her. You talk more with your side chick, the one that told you this one got her OnlyFans. You talk more with her than you do your own chick. Why get married again? Come on, guys, make time, bro. Stop conforming with the ways of this world.
Joe finances are at a problem right now. If we don't correct this problem, it's going to get worse, right? You're not talking to her about it. Why? What's going through your mind as a man?
As a man, I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
Trying to figure out the next move, next situation. Making calls, borrowing stuff from people, and you know, and you know, kind of embarrassed about the situation.
Embarrassed.
So I'm trying to figure out what can I do to make things better, make it a little bit easier.
Right.
So around the household. So I mean, it's not that I want to talk to her. It's just the fact that I'm trying to figure it out my damn self.
Men,
never is you supposed to be embarrassed, bro. When you with your wife, never is you supposed to be embarrassed because you seen her, your wife, at her worst. You seen her at her worst. You seen her, so what the fuck is you got to be embarrassed for, bro? But see, this is what happened when you pick them soul surviving chicks. You know what I mean? When you pick them soul surviving chicks that's always in survival mode, you ain't got very much time to fall off, sir. You ain't got a lot of time to fall off. When you fall off and you stop being able to be the beta male provider that she is with you for, then you got a problem. You know what I mean? You got a problem. Now, if she was a real helpmeet, you'd have a long time before she go to the public and embarrass you, sir. You ain't got to worry about being embarrassed with a helpmeet, bro. Because your embarrassment is her embarrassment. Somehow, some way, she felt too. If I fuck up, if I fall off, today or tomorrow, guys, Miss Goodbread can't style on me. She can't style and profile, woo, Ric Flair on me, because that's a reflection on her. That's gonna be a reflection on her too, sis. You sit out at work, but y'all be wanting to play these relationship cap games and shit.
You can't tell me you don't understand where this brother coming from. You've got life figured out, seemingly, right? When you met your wife, you had it all together. You was balling, right? At the top of your craft, getting money. You think life's going to always look like this, right?
Wait, he didn't meet me at the top of his craft when
Okay,
he was balling.
excuse me.
So let's put that there. There was somebody else that was with him at the top of this craft while he was balling that created this situation initially. You know?
Whoa, she pumped the brakes there. This is getting interesting. Hold on there. Let's go.
I just came in to try to help clean up, but you can't clean up when someone's not helping you do it.
Okay. So let's just say at one place in his life, he completely understands his finances. So whether or not,
Yo, I don't understand this, man. Why you niggas go from one Lilith, God creates you a whole new bitch, but you go from the new bitch wanting the old bitch. Why do y'all want that old spirited bitch? Yo, why do y'all love these hoes, bro? God exiled those hoes from the garden, bro. But y'all continuously let these bitches swing their little sashay their ass right back to the garden. Y'all open the door, y'all open the gate for them, like, come on in. Yeah, you learned your lesson this time. Come on in, Lilith. Like, bro. And then she comes on in and she go fuck the new bitch that God made up for you. And now you mad at both bitches. All because you come on in. Like, come on, fellas. Like, fellas, what the fuck, bro? Stop ducking out of relationship with yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Stop ducking that relationship with yourself. Y'all going from one Lilith to the next Lilith, bro.
he met you that way, he was at a stage in his life where
he was, and that's why
right?
I don't understand how we can't get back to that when I'm such a force. I'm a pit bull.
Well, again, it's something that you have to learn with trial and error as you grow. So let's just say at one point he's dependent.
Don't laugh, bro. Why are you sitting over there laughing, sir? This embarrassing, bro. You know what I mean? This embarrassing, sir. And I don't feel bad for you, but a certain side of me do feel bad for you because you're a black man, bro. And I don't like seeing black brothers getting dragged through the mud. Even the simps, I can't stand them. I would drag them, but I don't like watching it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like having to be the one that have to do it. God damn, you laughing, bro. She just basically told us that you liked her being on the stage. You liked her being Lilith, and you tried to switch her. You tried to change her. And she don't understand why she can't go back to being Lilith, sir. That's what the fuck she just said. And you smiling.
Depending on himself, his own physical abilities to access the wealth in his life, right?
Right.
Now, he would get comfortable with that. That would be the way he moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, after the league, after the game, it's a little bit difficult now to manifest that same income. You learn now that probably was the most money you'll ever make, unless you figure out some new way to make money at a high pace like he was, right? So a lot of players that go through that, number one, you putting time, effort into your craft to even become that good, right? And then the money that you make brings a lot of women to you. So often they don't become really developed when it comes to even learning how to find a woman, or even how to be the type of man for a woman. They didn't have to work to get her, right? And so most of the time that most of us young boys out here trying to meet women and date, he's playing ball, right? So his interactions with women ain't going to be as much. His understanding, all that stuff to vet for, ain't going to be as much, right? And actually, the person,
he says he had his mom with him the first year, so that was
but your mother is the only thing that really teaches you how to vet and understand women is understanding women. Your mother's not really going to, her advice often is going to ruin your concept of how you perceive women. So you can't really go off that. You know what I mean? So if you do that, you'll be looking to save the first woman like you wish your mother probably had, or be the man that you wish your mother would have had. And you don't know those women that you meet, and they may not even deserve that, right? So you have to understand the women that you're dealing with and the ones you want in your life, so to speak, right? But that's neither here nor there. My point is that he was at a place in his life where he manifested his wealth through his own skill set. So now it's not like that. He can't just simply go play basketball and get the money. So he has to figure out new ways. For him, that's going to bring about some uncomfortability, right? He's not going to be as confident. He's not. And so translating that to you and believing that he can earn your trust in that way, he probably would feel like, yo, she's just going to, you know what I mean, feel more nervous if I tell her my money issues.
No.
Well, no, you may have not, but I'm saying this is how he looked at it.
But this is not the first time that we've had issues financially. You know, this is an ongoing thing.
Is this normally how he behaves when y'all have financial issues?
No.
I mean talking about it. I mean the conversation saying, hey.
Not always all the time. When you can't make a way, I do make a way.
The times I stop when I don't say nothing or mention anything has been, I say, about the last 2 years. But prior to that, I used to come to her with everything.
Okay.
And about everything.
Okay.
And at that point, she couldn't give me answers. So eventually, I couldn't.
Right. You came to her looking for wife skills, looking for skills from helpmeets. She ain't have no skills, nigga. She ain't have no skills, bro. She couldn't give you no skills because she didn't have no skills. But you invested in her, bro. So you see why you can't invest in these women, bro.
I had to try to start figuring it out on my own. To figure it out on my own. So that's why.
What answers were I supposed to give you? I'm sorry. What would you come to me to that you wanted my help with?
Before we even left California, we used to talk about different issues and stuff that we had. When we got here, we talked about different issues. I used to come to you about any issues.
Well, let's talk about what issues.
The rent.
But I helped maintain that when I needed to. We had dogs. I started Puppy Friends Social Club in California in that 1-bedroom apartment. Okay.
And when did you help pay the rent?
I did help with that. Yeah, when you told me you needed it. But you know.
You see why I don't want you guys playing that 50-50 or that housewife shit? You see why I tell you guys at least 80-20. At least 80-20. Because you should be in your own shit anyway. So it's not like you got to pay her bills. You got to pay your own bills. You know what I mean? So you're paying your own bills. But she should help out. She should help out. It ain't no housewife shit, bro. Because now look, now everybody want to point the finger. But you sat there when you had the money, you played this housewife shit like Kevin Samuels was promoting. You know what I mean? You worked the 60 hours so the bitch could sit there and do nothing. You know what I mean? No. You got a hook to that. And then you go to her for an answer. She ain't going to have no answer. But sis, when you talking with a real nigga, right? This is what I would have told you, sis. I would have said we need to downsize, all right? This bullshit, all this bullshit, look around. All this bullshit, get rid of it for me, sis. All right? It ain't about me making more money or making less money. How is we living right now, sis? How are we living? Because that's where the problem be coming in at. You wouldn't have to worry about making an OnlyFans so that you can get more money if you live below your standards. That's how that works. Stop this shit acting like y'all niggas is trillionaires when all y'all do have was a couple $1 million.
You know what? When you live with a man, the man's supposed to take care of you.
And I never disagreed with that. I never argued with that. I was doing what I was supposed
Right,
to do.
you
That's
were.
why
I'm not. Let me make it clear.
Say I don't talk to you. I used to talk to you about everything, and I just stopped because I wasn't getting the answers from you that I was looking for.
Because I was trying to find the answer.
Yeah, I hope this is not staged because if so, niggas, modern men is down bad. Modern men have sold their soul to look like an asshole in all of these skits, bro. All these niggas in these skits where the woman is cheating, she's sucking another nigga dick while you walking in, and that is not cool, bro. And I wish y'all niggas would stop doing that. You make men look crazy and you make men look very, very weak for some views, bro. For some views. This is crazy right here, bro. How embarrassing is this? These are damn near 50-year-old people acting like kids, and you got brother Kevin there sitting there playing the mediator, the chaperone. My nigga got the plaid shirt on. He got the high water jeans on, looking like straight uncle, looking like the nigga straight off the motherfucking grill. I told y'all to watch these niggas right here. These are the type of niggas that's happy wife, happy life. These are the cookout motherfuckers that'll tell you it's cheaper to keep her and shit like that. Watch these niggas, bro. Watch these niggas, bro. Sheesh.
Myself then at that point in time when I'm going to people to try to help us pay things. Don't act like I didn't help at that time also. I did.
I want to try to pause y'all for a moment here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you guys are having issues that go on in other households. Money issues. Now, people are going to be looking at this expecting y'all to not have money issues because you were this big time ball player and stuff. Like, man, people have issues regardless. This happens. Nobody's relationship does not have these things. It happens, right?
That's a fact, bro. They know that. They know that. Niggas be arguing over food stamps. We done did videos where a nigga got kicked out because he ain't tell the bitch he got his food stamps hit. So we know what go on in these survival relationships where it's a sole survivor and a hell of a son. We know. We know they argue about everything because it's a competition. Ain't no real building. Ain't no love. It's ego love. It's control love. It's possessive love. It ain't no real shit going on. It's a relationship cap. 87% of people in a relationship, marriage, is cap. It's a cap. So you be a fool to want to run and risk your life trying to compare your shit to some fake shit. I'm telling you, bro. Can't nobody prove me wrong.
So, number one, let's not be judgmental if you're on the other side observing this, but what you should see is the poor conflict resolution, okay? He's saying he's been talking to her about certain things, didn't get an answer. She's saying, yo, why are you looking to me for an answer, right? You're supposed to be the provider. He's like, I get that. So you understand that they have both kind of similar thoughts here. He knows his role. She expects him to embody that role. He don't have a problem with the role, right? But when the rubber meets the road and it gets tough, both parties have to work together to figure out how we're going to survive. Now, typically, we don't like what that looks like when we're in survival mode. We often have to borrow money from brothers or friends, and we don't even tell our wives. Here we are, she thinking we just in there. You owe Peter and Paul, right? And this is all, and you got to get it back. You got to, how am I going to tell them I don't even really have it? I thought I had it by this time. These million things going on in your mind. To you, you're doing the same thing. You're having to go outside of your family, outside of your husband, your provider, to ask somebody else for help. And what wife want to go through that? But these are things when you start to find out what really is our relationship made of. Can we depend on each other? Can we get a situation together? It may not always be sunshine and rainbows, right? So what I want to do is let me just play this video and bring us back to this conversation, because I don't want to talk about so many different conversations and issues to where we lose sight of why we're actually here. Okay, so let's play a little bit of that video. I'm going to stop it, guys. Going to do something I haven't done on this show, but I'm going to kind of react to this video as we go through it. All right, so let's get to the first part of the video where they're arguing, of course, and this is how you guys originally saw the video. Let's see.
The real root cause of snoring is not what you think. Did you know that snoring has nothing to do with nasal problems?
I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could have talked to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith.
All right, so I had to stop it there. I know we just got started on the video, but what did you hear him say? The disrespect in putting this up without me knowing. Yo, that's fucked up, Keish. That's fucked up. Now, that early in, now, listen, guys, I'm not somebody who's much better at this than y'all, but we can easily see this from the outside looking in. If you're in the situation and your emotions are involved, you're not likely going to see this stuff. But to us on the outside looking in at it, we can see here was a great opportunity for her to respond to what he said. So that's fucked up, right? It's disrespectful that you do this without me knowing. That's what he said there. Now, I want your next response was him to turn. Was he turned around and noticed that you were recording, right? You begin to also say why he was angry. But if he's saying to you, hey, you didn't talk to me about it first, what you should be focused on is why you didn't talk to him about it first. And that could look like, I completely understand you being upset. That's called validation. That's saying, I understand you have a right to your feelings and you're upset. Now, you already did it, but you're saying, hey, I do understand that you're upset because you were upset whenever he didn't talk to you about certain things. Whenever you came to him, you said, hey, we have issues with finances and he didn't want to talk. Didn't that bother you?
Yeah.
So likewise, you should understand that it bothers him that you didn't talk to him. But actually what's going on is you're actually upset with him because he didn't talk to you. You actually did it because you said, hey, why I owe him?
I'm really upset because you know how behind every great man, there's a good woman. Well, I feel like a piece of shit. That's how I feel. Why? Having that man in front of me, because he's not being great and I know he can be. So what kind of motivation am I?
But you don't get to judge that. You don't get to judge that, man. You play your position. What the fuck you talking about, yo? Bro, you need to show her the exit ASAP, bro. She is your downfall, bro. It is you that makes him not great, sis. And Kev, please stop sitting there pandering to these people, bro. Tell them the truth, bro. Tell them the truth, Daryl. You already paid for the interview, bro. Tell them the truth, bro. Stop pandering to these niggas, man.
What is it about me that you can't get it together?
So now I'll say this.
I feel like a piece of shit.
Hang on, Joe. Hang on, one second.
I'm saying, I feel like behind every great man, there's a good
Set emotions to the side.
Yo, he was about to dip right there. He was about to dip right there, guys. You know what I mean? Because her mouth is flippish, but this is what you paid for. This is what you invested in, bro. This is what you invested in.
So I'm saying, what is it about me? What is it about me that you can't get it together? I don't feel great. I don't feel like I'm a good woman with you.
So can I say this real quick?
Why am I not motivational enough? Why can't we get it right?
Let me say this, Kiss, 1 second, okay?
I feel like a piece of shit, like I'm no good.
Right, and I can understand. So I want you to think about this, okay? Before we continue to the rest of the video, I really want to do that. But let's say you have a woman who doesn't feel beautiful, right? She doesn't feel.
No, I know I'm beautiful.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to
understand why you don't want to be great for me.
Right. I just want
as great as I am. I want to be for you.
Right. I just want to give him a little bit of understanding here. So just imagine you have a wife and she doesn't feel beautiful. She doesn't feel confident in herself, and she's looking for you to validate her. Right. Now, if you're constantly criticizing, right? If you're not pouring into her by saying, "Look, you beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I ever saw." Why don't you think you're beautiful? You're absolutely gorgeous to me. And leading with also effort, not just what you're saying.
That's not what make her feel beautiful though. He bags him a hoe. So what make her feel beautiful is throwing money bags, having bands on bands, just having stacks of money for no fucking reason, just to blow it, just to throw it right away and spin it. That's what makes her feel like a woman. So that's where they disconnect gonna come in at. You know what I mean? He bags something that he can't keep up with.
Then maybe she can feel beautiful, right? And then you can bring that inner beauty out of her and that confidence out of her, right? So likewise, when your man is down, right? When he's down and out, he's depressed, he's discouraged. What he actually needs is uplifting, and he needs for you to motivate him, for you to speak life into him.
But I think I've been trying to do that.
Well, you got to do it nonstop.
Yeah, and you've been trying, or have you been doing this, sis? And that's the problem. But again, you can't pick these bitches, bro. You can't. How can a bitch in survival mode pour into you? She haven't poured into herself yet. She's in survival mode, bro. My nigga right there look like he want to cry right now. Joe look like. Why the fuck did you come to this interview, Joe? That's the part right there that got me thinking that this might not be staged a little bit, because you guys to be just as dumb as her to come to this interview right here, Joe, knowing the type of bitch you got. You know her. We don't know her, but you know her, bro. You know this. I hope the money was worth it, bro. Sitting up there looking like a slave. Yo, I swear to you guys, modern marriage looks a lot like slavery. Look at this shit, right? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the slave. Joe Smith, the slave.
When you're somebody's wife, you can't stop it. You can't say, well, I'm tired of doing that now. Now let me tell you who you really are. So right now, mind you, right now you're saying the type of man he is. Why don't he elevate? Why don't he do this? The way a woman encourages her man is not like that. It's by speaking life into him. I feel you're better than this.
I tell him that all the time.
But it has to be. It can't ever be this.
I know you're great. I know you're.
Do you see how you about walked away when you said that? Because you're to the point to where you are hurting. You're in your emotions, and it's what you're trying to pull out of him ain't coming out of you in the best way. So you're wanting, after what you say, that it sharpens him, that he's the man you want him to be. But the things that you're saying, they're tearing him down. Now they're coming from a place of where you want to see the greatness in him, but the words that you're using to get the greatness out of him is tearing them down, because you're saying things
when you use the great words, no matter what words you use, is not working. So what
but
do
you
I
have
do?
to keep using them. You just like a man would have to keep telling his wife she's beautiful.
Into me,
right?
You know, like I be fucked up every day too.
Again,
but I still get up off my ass and I do everything.
If both parties are not going to understand that they have things going on and they need each other, so they have to separate the anger and animosity that they have for each other, so they can give each other what they need. You're not going to be able to work through this. Now, if you love your husband, you love your marriage, outside of the financial issues, outside of you guys not being able to see eye to eye right now, you got to be willing to say, okay, I got to learn a better way of talking to him. Yes, I want different from him. Yeah, I want better from him. And y'all might be able to say that on both sides, but there has to be a way to deliver that information and the other person to put constructively.
Yeah,
and
my
daughter
daughter
says
that I have a bad way of saying things. She knows I mean well, but the way it comes out, I don't know how. Look, the streets raised me, so life has always been harsh. So I don't have any other deliveries.
I'm glad you said it, girl. She said it, not us. She said it. She said the streets raised me. You heard her.
You hitting from the back, beating my shit in. I asked you why I feel like that. You said feel like what? I tell you meat to meat. You said you took the rubber off. So I'm throwing it back even harder. You tell me you got the nut, so I'm throwing it back even harder. You got the one hand on the neck, one thumb in ass, hitting my shit, beating it the fuck in. Now you nut. You leave the money on the dresser for plan B. 2 days later, you calling my phone asking me, did I take what? I left the money on the dresser for the plan what?
But then what I have.
Well, that's why you have to work.
Like nobody's been non-abrasive with me. It's been real facts. This is what it is. Get your shit together, and that's what I've had to do in my life. Well, it's been hard knocks, and it's not been soft. So I don't know how to be soft like that.
I
Yeah,
understand. I
I
understand.
say what it is. I can't beat around the bush and pussyfoot.
Here's what I'll say to you, um, and you as well. Okay, you can
And
take the
it's not
time.
from a place of non-love. It's
No, I
I
hear you.
deep.
All right, guys, let's get to some education, yo. Let's get to some education real quick, real quick. Don't go nowhere. Guys, this is why I tell y'all top tier. The top tier, my blue, my dark blue, and my yellow sections. Stay away from these red and green and purple and blue and yellow bitches, bro. They are dangerous. You know what I mean? I know y'all like them because y'all some boring ass niggas, you know what I mean? Because y'all play it right by the books. Y'all play life, this life game by the books. Y'all do what it's told. Y'all do, you know what I mean? The some of y'all do just the bare minimum to call yourself a man. But stay away from those bitches. These bitches is not good for you, bro, because y'all like them because they bring that excitement. You know what I mean? But these bitches is not good for you in the long run, as you see. You know what I mean? As you can see on your screen right now, guys.
I
We
hear you.
love.
If you don't take the time to sharpen how you deal with your partner, sharpen how you can be, because I say man frame, woman frame is maintaining patience. No matter how upset your partner makes you, you still have to speak with love. If you're not doing that, what you're going to manifest is an argument. So you're going to be there all day, probably for several, because we're refusing to work on those things by saying things like, hey, I just call it like I see it. I'm just not soft like that. I just don't talk to people like that. Hey, if you're adopting these things as your personality, that's fine.
Babe,
But
didn't I just buy us these 2 books?
I have a greater book for you than any of those. It's called
Okay.
The Emotional Terrorizer.
Well,
You
we
really
gotta
have to
read
read
it
this book.
together though.
We can have a book club and we can set up because I'd love to see work with you guys through these issues because I can guarantee you guys over the smallest issue you probably argue for days on end, not being able to see eye to eye, and probably while you're talking about one specific
He on point a little bit right here. Kev on point because no matter what, even if these two was to leave each other, right, and she go into the next relationship, she gonna run into the same issue because it's a flaw, it's a problem in her. She gonna attract the same type of dude, and she gonna run into the same type of situation. Cause it's no running. It's no running from you. It's no running. You can't run from your own character, and that's what it be. That's what it be. But we like to blame the other person.
issue, a million other issues get brought into it, and it's difficult to even find your way through it all. If
No, honestly, we don't argue like that. We argue, then we get
well,
quiet,
when you
and
guys have a
then
conflict, because right
it
now that
just
seems to be
we
happening.
don't.
That's how it happens.
So watch
What?
this, guys.
It's a small thing, and then all of it. I mean, even her mom says it sometimes. Like this small thing that you could be discussing or whatever, all of a sudden there's a million things. Just like right there in the interview.
Right.
It's like all the interviews she's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
A million things just get poured on one little tiny thing.
And that's why I'm trying to uncover them so we can focus on this one thing. Because if we fix it, you'll find that y'all don't contend so much. Understanding your partner, what's happened in the past has happened. No need in arguing about it. You can't change how your partner feels about it. And so just deal with your partner and how they feel. There's no right and wrongs here. So often when a man comes to his wife about an issue, she's trying to not be wrong. When that's irrelevant. Morals are irrelevant here. Your partner's only talking to you about how you made them feel. So and before we go there, let's get to some more of the video here, okay? We're at the part to where he starts off saying that's messed up, that's disrespectful, right?
I mean, I know you want to keep going back to the video. We have problems,
Sure, we do.
issues. I think we need to just have counseling and figure them out. Going back and forth to the video isn't going to help us figure out our problems.
Trust me, it will.
It will though, miss. You want to go to some counseling shit because you know it favors the woman. And honestly, I know some stats that show women walking out of counseling when it's time to face their accountability, man. But you want to go to the counseling because they sit there and just sugarcoat and blame shift towards the man and wink wink at the man and the man and wink wink back. And then the fucking therapist, she'll fuck around and tell you some sweet nothings just to make sure that you get a man some coochie that night. And we know how this shit work, bro. Stop playing, bro. You know what I mean? What you need to do though is you need to get your ass into the Mr. Goodbread's private sessions and really get some work done. You know what I mean? Shameless plug, y'all. Don't forget, we got private sessions going on all Sunday long. You know what I mean? Email me.
Trust me, it will. I promise you. This short video is very telltale. It's very revealing.
Mm.
So if you don't mind, let's just watch it. Take
I'm
2 minutes
tired
of
of
our lives.
watching it.
I'm sure you are. But from this perspective, it'll be very good for you to kind of soak up this.
Yeah, because you
just
was
so
wrong. You
yourself in the
see,
heat of that moment.
you don't. Now it ain't go the way you wanted it to go. Remember, you're tired of watching it, but you the first one to initiate the pulling the camera out and embarrassing the man. It was all good just a week ago. Remember, you had your camera out, but it ain't go the way you wanted. The world flipped it on you. The world didn't find it cute, dummy. Now you don't want to watch the shit. Fuck out of there. Roll the tape. Roll the tape, Kev.
I've
Now-
seen myself a lot of times.
So
Can we
just try
just
this with me.
discuss?
Try this with me. As you saw yourself, right? Or as you was in that situation, you know how you felt in that situation. You know, you
Mhm.
felt like obviously being a little petty. You felt like he hadn't been listening to you. You felt like, why am I even having to argue when I did what I could do to save this family? We're in a better situation. Why are you even arguing about it? I want you to remember all the feelings you felt at that moment. But I want you to actually see the video and realize the experience you was inviting upon him. It's just real simple. Let's start from the rest of the video. Okay, guys, let's go back.
You can build $1 million business and you don't need my money or anyone else's.
I'm telling you, though, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. But you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad I'm just finding out about it.
Okay. All right. So your first response was, don't you say fuck me, or don't say that's fuck.
Mhm.
So notice how he said that's fucked up, Keith, that's fucked up. What you were more focused on was that it wasn't fucked up.
No,
what
it's
he was
not
trying to,
fucked up. When
Right,
there's
so-
other shit that he got going on that's fucked
right.
up.
But so what he said is that it's messed up, you didn't tell me. So that's his perspective of it.
Mhm.
What you're thinking is, no, it's not messed up that I didn't tell you. So now here's the contention. He just wants you to know that that is disrespectful and messed up that you didn't tell him.
Mhm.
If you're on the other side saying it's not messed up, then now he has to convince you why it is, when that
Mhm.
should be something that's acceptable,
Right.
that you understand he sees that it's fucked up. Now, it may not be after you explain it all, right?
Mhm.
But what he sees it as is it's fucked up, right? So you start to walk off and you say, well, he's angry because I started doing the OnlyFans without him knowing. That shows that you knew why he was upset. And what did he say? Of course, that's why I'm angry, right? So that right there, you didn't validate him. You're saying that, yeah, I did that, and you don't have a right to be angry. And when you're saying, hey, he's angry because it sounds like you're condescending, like that's no reason to be upset, right? And maybe you feel that way, but at that moment, you have to listen to your partner. This is how they feel. You're not necessarily wrong yet. Just hear them, take it in, and then you can know your partner's upset. Okay, I understand how you feel. Let me talk to you about why I didn't tell you. And maybe you guys are not having this heated argument. You understand what I'm saying? Does this make a little bit of sense to you?
She don't get it.
Let's just play a little
She
bit.
do not get it, bro.
I'm not.
Hold on. Before you go back to the tape, no. She didn't get that. She didn't get that shit one bit. You saw it in her face.
Of course, that's why I'm angry, right? So that right there, you didn't validate him. You're saying that, yeah, I did that, and you don't have a right to be angry. And when you're saying, hey, he's angry because it sounds like you're condescending, like that's no reason to be upset, right? And maybe you feel that way, but at that moment, you have to listen to your partner. This is how they feel. You're not necessarily wrong yet. Just hear them, take it in, and then you can know your partner's upset. Okay, I understand how you feel. Let me talk to you about why I didn't tell you. And maybe you guys are not having this heated argument. You understand what I'm saying? Does this make a little bit of sense to you? Let's just play a video, guys.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself.
It
So why
don't
should I have to
matter.
tell you my
It
choice,
don't
my
matter.
body, my
I'm your
body, my
brother.
fucking
I'm your brother.
choice?
I'm your-
Okay, so as you guys can see, the next thing that she said is, I'm not doing it with anybody but myself. Now, I believe you're saying that because you're letting him know it's not like I'm cheating on you. It's not like I'm sleeping with other men.
Right. It's not like
Now,
I'm doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. So whatever that means. All right, but anyway, it's not like he's that you're cheating necessarily. You letting him know that. So you're saying, hey, this is just something I'm doing with me on the camera. But the fact remains is it was without telling him. So that's not gonna change the fact that it was without telling him, nor make him feel better about you not telling him about it. So I'm sure he knows right now it's just you on there. And also you go in from that to it's my body, my choice. But at this point, you guys are married. You're married. That doesn't sound good when you tell your husband it's my body, my choice. What that sounds like is I don't have to be accountable for any decision that I make, regardless of how it impacts you or anybody else, because it's my body and my choice. When you're married,
Yeah, right. You go ahead.
things do have to be talked about. It's a sacred union. You guys are saying
Your body don't belong to you no more, sis. So truthfully, yeah, I don't know why he beating around the bush. When you get married, especially how y'all run out here and get married by the state, when you get married, your body, sis, belong to him.
Sort of, my body is yours and your body is mine, and you guys are willing to sacrifice for each other. That autonomy of all your decisions being your own, like as if you were single. Now, I'm thinking that on any other day where you are not absolutely upset and going through this, you know this, because there's a debt of loyalty and things that you would give your husband. There's a certain way you're going to carry yourself because you're married.
Yeah.
But at that day, you felt like you were being grilled. And so now you're fighting for your rights, right? It's my body, it's my choice. This is something that people.
Yo, guys, keep in mind, guys, something they haven't talked about in this story is these motherfuckers got 3 kids, bro. It's 3 kids that they got. Like, so you got a possibility of 3 little ones having to see their mother look like a dummy and they pops look like a fucking asshole, bro. Around the world. 3 kids they got, bro.
Say in the world, right? But it's not something that married couples should be saying back and forth, if that makes any sense to you, right? He could say my body, my choice when it comes to not changing to fix the situation around himself, right? He could say, I'm comfortable with living on this type of income. My body, my choice. Why should I have to go work extra hours because you want a lifestyle? My body, my choice. But that wouldn't be fair either, right? It's more so.
But without saying so, that's how I feel inside.
Sure, and I can see that. That's how you feel, and so your feelings are colliding with his. When in that moment he came to you with an issue, and you have to be willing to resolve your husband's issue, then make yours. Then present your issues. But if he's trying to talk to you about his issues and all you're saying is, I have issues too, you doing things too, y'all gonna be just arguing and y'all not gonna fix the problem. And that's why y'all gonna be so upset like you are right now, right? Let's go back. Let's continue. Let's watch a little bit more of this video. I know
you in this video.
It's the video. It's you. Let's go.
I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no
You
solution.
knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So as you can see, she's saying that she came to him with options, right? I talked to you about options. I expressed to you I was very nervous about our financial situation, that I didn't feel secure, that things had changed, and I'm not seeing any difference from you. That's what I hear right there, right? Am I wrong about that?
No.
I talked to you about the situation, right? But you still didn't say, I'm going to get on OnlyFans. And that's what he's saying. So to you, you're saying, well, before you say I didn't talk to you about it, know this. I came to you about options and I talked to you about it and you didn't have anything to tell me. And he says, that's not an option to me. Now, I want you to understand something. From a man that loves you regardless of your background, because the next thing you say is, when you met me, I was this way. You knew this when you met me, right? So he knew that when he met you, and yet and still he wanted you to be his wife. So he looked past any of that stuff and wanted you to be his wife, right? So to a man, a lot of times we feel like the life a woman lives before him is often because she had to survive. So he wants to rescue her a lot of times.
Right.
So he could be feeling like, really like he failed you, because you're saying that, I talked to you about other options, and he said that ain't an option for me. So maybe
it looks good, but you gotta let her go. You can't save her, You see a bitch drowning, you try to save her, she's gonna fucking pull you down, and you're gonna fucking drown. Let that bitch go. Get the fuck out of here.
he wants to rescue her a lot of times.
Right.
So he could be feeling like, really like he failed you, because you're saying that, I talked to you about other options, and he said that ain't an option for me. So maybe he would be like, I don't want my wife to have this
Oh,
because
so I'm
we're
supposed to
having
go work at
issues.
McDonald's or something.
Well, no, but any man would
just
say, I don't want my
wondering.
wife to have to do this to make money because he would think that she doesn't want to do something like that. So you think a man would say, as a man, as a provider, you would feel like, wouldn't you feel like you failed or something like that? If that's the
That's exactly how I feel.
Right.
That's exactly how I feel around the household. Not just to her, to my own kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't see them and be with them the way I want to. So I mean, it's not just what's happening under our roof; it's expanding beyond that.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. I had to create my platform from the ground up. I went through moments where, I got demonetized for different things and stuff like that. And during that time, I'm feeling so defeated because there's things I'd like to get my children that I can't. They come and ask me for allowance. I couldn't give them that during that time. They asked for certain things and it almost made me want to cry. They asked for something simple and I couldn't give it to them. It make you feel bad.
Kevin, he should come home so we can talk about our finances again because they look a little better. And maybe, if he decides to work with me on OnlyFans or something, we could really make a lot of money.
Well, my goal is that you guys are back in your home and you have an understanding and y'all can move past this. So I'm with you on that. I think you guys have put so much time into each other. You did already know about her background before this. She said that to you, but I also want to point out that that's counterproductive as well. Many times when a man marries a woman, if he brings up her past, she'll say, don't hold my past against me, right? Don't you dare use my past against me. If that's the case,
I'm using my past against me.
Well, again, that's what it sounds like. If you're saying if you don't want him using the past against you, you don't want to say, well, you knew I was like this when you met me. You understand what I'm saying? Because now going forward, he has to question what are your moves going to be like because you're literally saying you're doing something because you've been this way. And people change and grow, right?
People do grow and change. However, I know that in this day and age, sex sells, and that works.
Right, but that's okay. Let's just say from the standpoint of sex sales and you've been an adult actress, of course, he knows that you will do that. But he doesn't know that as a wife, would you go behind his back and do that without talking to him? So when you say,
I could see if I went on a full porn set and I was doing a full-fledged porn set with someone, I could see that being a problem.
Well, right, and that's what I was going to say. Notice how she just said, I could see if I did this, and that, right? It's not about you seeing. It's about you understanding what he sees. And this is conflict resolution.
I'm sorry, you guys. You're not seeming to understand that. It's not about that anymore for me. It's about what has to happen for the better of us.
Well, you got to get
and
to
there
that
are
point.
things, he says that I bring up this and I bring up that. There's a lot of things that I'm not bringing up that are precedents for him. So I think that he should just be cool.
Well, okay, so you can't see the
value.
You can't see
I'm
the
just
value.
saying, like, you need to come home. Like, honestly, you not being at home is not good, okay? If you come home, you can see how things are about to change for us. I just need you to come home, all right? You not being home is making me even more angrier, feeling like, you're doing something.
Could that be your own conscience?
No, it's not. We have already tried to have conversations about stuff. Listen, Kevin, I have said things to him. I've been transparent with him about things that I've done before. I've had an infidelity and I told him, and I wanted to talk about because of his thing. And it's like, I'm so transparent. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me something, yeah, I did it.
Wow, so you just admitted to fucking on this nigga. Like, you've been fucking out the relationship. Like, and just because you come and admit it, you think it's okay. This is sad, bro.
But I don't get that on the other end. And so at this point, it's like, just come home, let's talk, and let's figure this out if we're going to figure it out. If not, let's not. But I don't want to play the game anymore. I've brought home other people to be in relationship with us. I've tried so many things to just make it spicy and great. But we like secrets. We like, and then I have this one little secret and it's a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not even a secret that's a selfish secret. It's a secret that is for us.
That shit ain't for you, us. Oh my God, this some slick shit right here. This a slick bitch right here, y'all. Y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe if you new over here, man. And don't forget, this is an open panel, guys. I really want y'all to get on and share y'all thoughts and tell me what you think about what's going on here, man. I want to hear from the Goodbreads, man. Y'all be too quiet and shit. I know y'all get tired of hearing me and shit.
So again, with all the things that you guys are doing to spice up your marriage and all that, that's all great. But if you don't deal with the conflict resolution issues y'all have, it won't resolve. And I know you're saying, I want my husband home. I want him to know I've fixed this financial problem for us, or it's fixing, whatever the case may be. Until you're actually able to recognize the issues that he's saying he's having, I don't know that you'll get that. And I know that you're saying, hey, I want this to fix, but I'm showing you the video of things that are very easily, you can easily see the issue, and you're not speaking to it. You're only making excuses. And that's never going to help. That's only going to make your situation worse. So for him, he's very upset because you did it without talking to him. And if you're not willing to see that he's upset because whether you understand it or not, he's upset because you did it without talking to him. Maybe he trusted his wife to be able to talk with him. Maybe he trusted that his wife, before she done anything like that, would run it by him. And he's upset about that.
I talked to him about a lot of things.
But you didn't talk to him about that. And so you got to focus on that. I don't know if you've ever done that and said, you know what, but you're right, I should have talked to you, I apologize, and then see where you can get from there. Or if you're just saying, hey, I want you home, I want to stop arguing, I want this to end, because that's not going to be what fixes it. You have to actually embody what you're saying you want to create. And that means
I will talk to you next time before I do anything drastic. I apologize for not doing it this time, but I will do it next time. I'll be more.
That don't sound sincere at all, B. That don't sound sincere at all, B. I gotta hit her with one. I gotta hit her with it. Cause I know one when I see one. We know one.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds!
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one. You dirty.
I'm going to do this. And then you can say no, or I don't want you to, but I'm still probably going to do what I'm going to do anyway. If you're not going to show me something different, you know what I'm saying? If you can't guide me another way.
Now, with that being said, Joe, she'll talk to you about it, and she's talking to you about it so you know, but it's not necessarily for your counsel, right? Whether you say yes or no, she'll likely still do it.
Depending on what it is.
Of course. And I'm saying that to say that's not something that you should draw a lot of anger towards, because she is an adult, right? And when you marry somebody and bring them into your life, you want to be able to trust that they can make decisions as.
Yo, don't do that. Don't do that, Kev. Do not do that, Kev. No. No, bro. She is disrespectful. She have not grown up yet. You should have been left her. You should have been sent her back to the streets. This bitch is for the pavement, bro.
As an adult, right? And so you're going to have disagreements. There's going to be sometimes you want her to do this instead of that, and she's going to do that, right? I've
made a lot of bad decisions for our household. Have I made a lot of bad decisions? Outside of this right here, this could be, you know, I'll take this as an L.
You gotta take that as an L. Say it one more time. You dummy, you big dummy.
Made a lot of bad decisions for our household. Have I made a lot of bad decisions? Outside of this right here, this could be, you know, I'll take this as an L. You know, this was a bad decision on my part, but for the most part, I don't think I make bad decisions for our household.
You know, don't even go in, because it's not about it being an L. And I think that if
yo, Kev, if you don't stop lying to these people, bro, Kev, you could counsel. Yo, see, this is what make Mr. Goodbread unique. Because I could counsel you without lying to you, bro, and without keeping you stagnant. Because you're not going to learn as quick as you need to learn fucking around with niggas like this. Stop lying to these people, bro. Enough with the lies, bro. The world is full of lies, bro. People want the truth. People want the truth. Authenticity is at a premium. People want the truth, bro. Stop playing, Kev.
Hard for it not to be an L. It's just a moment that your husband found an issue, if you have saved your family, I don't know if you guys have talked about your finances since you've been doing the OnlyFans.
No,
or
I mean,
even
I
since
really
the
haven't
video went
saved us,
crazy and
but
people's
I
talking
need
about
him
it.
to come home so it
Okay.
can save us. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
people want to talk to him and I can't get him. You know, people want to see what he has to say, and you know, and I just think that he needs to come home so we can strategize and work together and make this the best that it could possibly be.
So you can
Keep in
manipulate
mind
the
this,
shit out of
this
him.
has nothing to do with anybody else in this world, in the whole entire world. It's just you guys. If you guys want to stay together and love each other and work through this, ain't nothing any of us can say, right? So the main problem is, how do you guys see eye to eye and get back where you guys need to be, right? So here's the thing, guys, all right? What I didn't like about the video is that it was made public. These issues should have been handled behind closed doors.
I
Whatever
mean, honestly,
you felt
Kevin,
during that
I
moment.
took the video down immediately, and then someone snatched it and put it back up. So
Probably
I don't
me.
know.
I'm one of them, and I guess we all contribute to this somehow because we will post it, you know. So I don't know whether or not you deleted the video. I see it on somebody's page. I want to talk about it, and I'm going to react to these types of videos. So maybe we're not helping much when we show these things, but it's up to you.
Yo, Kev, don't you dare blame us. Don't you dare blame us. The internet is undefeated for a reason. Y'all think y'all could go and hit send and then he changed your mind? That's on you, sis. You're big dummy. You can't do that. You can't do that. You thought you took it down, but all we need is 2 seconds, baby.
Foremost, to not post those things, and once you put them up there, now you have to deal with it, and that's what's happening right now. You're dealing with it, and he has to publicly deal with it. When he tried to talk to you about it, this conversation should have been in the home, but you went public. Why did you say, I want to reveal to the whole world, not just my husband being upset and angry? He's a 6'10" black man, so I'm not only just going to show him being angry, I want the world to know about our issue. And now when the world wants to know about it, it's like you're upset about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you brought this to the world because at that moment you felt like you were right in what you did. Now the world's saying you're wrong, and it's not looking like you thought it would look.
Exactly.
They're actually more so understanding what Joe's going through.
Well, then someone needs to help him then. Shaq, can you get a Papa John's?
Wow. Okay. Kiss, that was wrong. Joe.
He out of there. Smart move. Don't come
Joe.
back. Don't come back.
What's wrong about that?
A lot. Why would you go mention Shaq? Why would you go mention another man's name? You trying to get right with your... So that means if Shaq came right now, you would drop it like it's hot, yo. Balls all in your face. Sad, bro. Let me play that back, B. Joe, you was a risk taker for coming to this goddamn interview, bro. You couldn't pay me. This was worse than Will Smith. This was worse than Will sitting at that goddamn round table, bro.
What's happening right now? You're dealing with it, and he has to publicly deal with it. When he tried to talk to you about it, this conversation should have been in the home, but you went public. Why did you say, I want to reveal to the whole world, not just my husband being upset and angry? He's a 6'10" black man. So I'm not only just going to show him being angry, I want the world to know about our issue. And now when the world wants to know about it, it's like you're upset about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you brought this to the world because at that moment you felt like you were right in what you did. Now the world's saying you're wrong, and it's not looking like you thought it would look. They're actually more so understanding what Joe's going through.
Well, then someone needs to help him then. Shaq, can you get a Papa John's?
Wow. Okay. Kiss, that was wrong. Joe. Joe.
Absolutely retarded, bro.
What was wrong
Super
about
ultra
that?
retarded for that.
All right. So if you're saying it help should come from anybody outside of your husband, that is saying that you don't trust him. It's saying that you don't believe in him anymore. So he's your provider. If you trust him in that, and when he's not the provider, you as the wife is his helpmeet. So when he's not the provider, you help to. He hunts, you have the garden. When he can't hunt, he gets injured. Y'all have the garden, right?
Right.
Of
but
course,
he's
it ain't as plentiful just to be off the garden.
He's always injured, Kevin.
But
I think
if that's still the
I'm
man you
done with
married.
this
So if you
also.
want, that's still the man you married.
Kevin, I think you should probably go find your friend and talk to him because he needs counseling. He needs to become the man that you
both
are.
need that,
because
love.
you have several wives that you are maintaining and holding down.
But if I couldn't talk to them, we
but
wouldn't be
you
able to
wanna
have
know
a happy
something?
relationship.
There's a respect that you earned from them because you've been holding them down. You showed them the man that you are.
Yes, ma'am.
I've not seen that yet.
Well, I
Not
certainly
from
want to
day
talk.
one.
I certainly do want to talk to him about it. But
Let's
I'm just
get
saying,
him in a position to where he can be the man that I can sit down and be like, I can trust you.
Oh
You can
my
really
God, disrespectful. Yikes. Oh man, Joe Butter. Oh man. She about to submit the Kev right now. Kev, you about to get another one.
take care of me. Because if I had $1 for every time he said I got you, we'd be okay.
okay, so I'll do this, Kiss. Hang on, don't you leave too. Okay, let's hold on. All right, let's get ourselves together here. You asked the question, why did he walk off?
I know why he walked off, because
so
that's
you
what
do
he does
understand.
all the time.
Well, do
When
you say
shit
things
gets
like that
rough,
all the time?
when shit gets rough and he don't have an answer, he walks off.
Okay, so make a deal with me, Kiss, okay? Kiss is asking that I counsel Joe. I would love to. I would only if I could counsel you and him as a relationship goes. I want to be able to think
about it. You can talk to him first.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to ask Joe first, but you do want your relationship to heal, right?
I do.
Okay, and you actually have a therapist now.
Yeah,
but your issues are still ongoing. So allow me, please, to be able to sit with you guys and just offer some of my thoughts, some of my perspective, and hopefully I can help. Again, I have 2 wives. I'm obviously doing something that
you are.
You know, I've put a lot of work in understanding.
Look how she looking at him. Oh, my nigga Kev. Yo, this bitch is disrespectful. Oh.
I don't feel like they have a reason for being upset. I still have to listen. I still have to understand where they are coming from.
Right.
Wait.
It's just that no one lives in my house. You know?
You do.
No, I'm saying like you.
Sure, I don't.
Not anybody else lives in my home. So, until you walk in my shoes, just don't judge me.
There is no judgment here. That's why I say that.
And don't think that I'm the problem because I'm not listening or I'm so harsh. That's all I want to say.
All I'll say is this. I don't think that you are the problem. I think that the way you are handling conflict that you guys have is a problem. I also think the way he's handling conflict with you is a problem. And that's what's manifesting into this big overall problem. So don't you think that I'm sitting here looking at you with a critical eye. I just hadn't got to him yet. I had a lot of things I wanted to say to him as well. He should have talked to you about your finances. When you talked and you tried it, he should have sat down and been willing to have a conversation. He should know that because you were self-sufficient when you met him, that you had a background when you met him, that full well you were completely adequate to help him get out of this financial situation. So a man should know the ability that his wife has as well.
Exactly.
And obviously it's paying off the thing that you did. Now that's whether we agree with it or not, that's y'all's relationship, right? So I'm not saying you're all bad here. I'm saying the way y'all resolve conflicts is not good at all.
Well,
okay.
Hopefully we can figure it out.
I hope so too. Only if hopefully you're willing to talk with me after this.
I'll come back and talk to you again.
Okay. Because I'd love to talk to Joe. Hopefully I can get Joe back in here on a personal interview and just talk with him. That obviously infuriated him what she said. I don't think that she meant to say it to infuriate him, but I think she's just speaking how she feels, man. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah, but the tongue is a wicked, wicked weapon. Man, this was a good ass show. I promised y'all I delivered on the promise, but I'm still here, guys. We got a couple more minutes. I know Zone said give him a couple more minutes, so I'm gonna rock out. We got Clips with the $10 super chat today. Clips, what you want me to play, man? It's on you, man. What you want me to play for the $10? Let me read the chat. He said, women like her get deleted by weak males. I'm not joking. That's a whole fact, though, bro. That's a whole fact, bro. Way too many Will Smiths, not enough Chris Benoit's, bro. But I ain't joking. Word. What you want me to play, yo? Clips. You know what? With what you wrote, I know I got the perfect joint, man. And yeah, I'm gonna drop the link again. Y'all, I wanna hear from you.
You wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker.
And that's the perfect timing for my guy, Zone. What's going on, Zone, man? How's you doing, man?
Salute, Mr. Goodbread. Salute to all the good breads out there. Salute to the chat. Man, I kind of came in on the tail end of this thing, but I'm gonna try not to make this too long so we can wrap the show up. But I've been kind of like keeping tabs on this situation. Like I've been out of the loop with a lot of stuff lately. I just don't have the time to put all my energy into everything that's going on right now. But when you look at somebody like Joe Smith, that's his name, right? Joe Smith.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go back a little bit. So let's look at his career as a basketball player, because I think it's important that we look at, his life from that aspect, because he was in the league, I don't know what, 12, 13 years or something, 12, 13, 14, something like that. I remember him from my childhood. I wasn't too heavy into basketball back then like I am now, but I remember him from when I was a little one.
Right.
So, if I'm recalling correctly, he never made it to the NBA playoffs. Not one season. In any of the seasons that he played, I don't recall him ever making it to the playoffs in one NBA season. Second, and actually, let me stay on that first point. You look at somebody like Jordan. You look at somebody like Kobe. You look at the phenomenal guys. Even look at somebody like Allen Iverson. Though when the world gets on your back, those guys say F that. They look at it differently and they say it's gonna go my way or no way. We either gonna sink or we gonna swim. We either going or we not going. Now, obviously, AI never won a championship, but I mean, the man was a beast. He made it into the playoffs, unlike Joe Smith, right? All right. So the next point.
Yo, and while you on that point, while you on this point, I know of Joe Smith for being a scandal. He was a scandal for Minnesota. He the reason why Garnett left Minnesota, because Minnesota wasn't getting no picks and they wasn't getting nothing because of the scam that they did. They ran with him.
And that was my next point right there. So if I recall as well, I remember that he was offered like an $80 million deal to go to, like, I don't know if it was Minnesota or was it the Warriors?
It was Minnesota. He was on the Warriors and it was Minnesota. I think you but you on to it though, but I think it was from Golden State to Minnesota.
Okay. All right. It was something like that. Like I said, I was real young when this stuff was going down, so I don't remember the exact details. So, all right, what happened with that? That deal fell through, and I think he only ended up making like $12 million or something like that from that deal. It was a way lesser amount than he was initially offered. I'll just say that. So in that first point, that goes to show you, because I remember Joe Smith was like, he was the talk of the town, like way back when. It was a lot. I remember like a lot of older guys loved seeing Joe Smith play. Like everybody was betting on Joe Smith to be something when I was young. And obviously that's not the case. Number two, look at the fact that he wouldn't choose the $80 million, because he felt like he deserved more. That goes to show you that he has a bad track record when you look at his NBA contracts and the moves that were made when he was in the NBA. That goes to show you that he doesn't have good decision making. So obviously that's going to play a big part in where he is today in his life. He met his wife, from what I understand, in 2008 or something like that, basically when he was at the tail end of his career. She's coming into his life. He's still got the bag, but she can see that the lifestyle that he's living is not going to be able to be maintained once he gets to the end of his career. So when she got with him, she automatically looked at him as a big lick and a big trick. And again, the fact that he would allow this lady in his life goes to show you that he does not have good decision-making skills. You see, here in America, these women will marry, they will play nice, and until they get that ring. They will take you to child support. They will, say, hey, if we ever split up, you don't got to worry about this alimony, aka Samantha Lee's, what she's trying to do right now with Tyrese. See, because in America, the other than a man's confidence and his health and the skills that he has, you see, your finances, if you don't have that together as a man, or if a woman is contributing to your finances as a man in a way that she knows that she's the bread and butter, that she's the reason that you get this money, you see, she can talk to you the way that his wife is talking to him. She can boss him around the way that she is. So all of this is his fault. None of this is her fault. All of this is his fault. And we could go back to his NBA days and trace it to how he's living in retirement right now. You can see direct correlation as to what it is right now. He's never really been in control of his life. It's like someone has always been at the helm of his decisions. He's never stood on his square, and he's never made decisions for himself. Fellas, if you're doing bad financially, or if you're trying to rebuild, you have no business, really being in a relationship like that. You get what I'm saying? And the young lady that I'm with right now, she's a workaholic. She loves to work. She's already came out to me, and she's already said that there's never going to be a time where she's not working, because of the previous circumstances that she's been through. And I said, oh, okay, that's great. That's great. So that means I'll always have an employee. Mm-hmm. That means I will always have an employee. Mm-hmm. That means I'll always be cutting you a check. Mm-hmm. So she has it in her head. She already has it in her head that, once we get a little bit more serious, all of this, you think you're about to be out here working and everything like that. No, I'm going to be the one that's cutting your check. You're going to help. You're going to help. You're going to contribute in the way that you're supposed to contribute, but you're not going to be, running anything. And the only thing I can say, like, with this whole Joe Smith situation right now is, he's better off. He's better off removing himself from the situation and starting over. This is a lesson for men, but this is a message for young men in general. When your father is trying to give you sound advice, just because you're doing better than your father, that doesn't mean your father doesn't know what he's talking about. When you see an OG see you doing well, and the OG is trying to give you solid info, just because that OG might be looking dusty and all that doesn't mean that he knows what he's talking about. Because eventually we all gonna get older, and the trick is that we all get money now, but it's about managing your finances. And that's why, like, the stuff that I post is always about economics, because I have that understanding of what it is and what it's going to take. And it's like what Nipsey used to say, this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon. And so look at where Joe Smith is right now in his marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's down right now, but he always has the opportunity to get back. But again, the way that his wife is treating him is completely his fault. You know, you have to, you can't make bad decisions like that. If your wife is out here on the blade, or I'm sorry, if you messing with shorties that's out here on the blade, that's a no-no. You messing with shorties that's in the strip club, that's a no-no. You messing with chicks that got OnlyFans and all these X-rated sites, that's a no-no. Your decisions could be your downfall. And again, this is what we're seeing. You know, I don't feel bad for Joe for the simple fact that this, where he's at right now, the fact that he's sitting on this dude's couch and having his wife emasculate him like that is his fault based on the decisions that he made.
Facts. The decision to go, even go there, that was crazy.
Right. So I am empathetic for him because I understand that as a man, when you work hard and you build something and you have an imposter come into your kingdom and tear it down, and you gotta, you know what I mean, you gotta sit there and you gotta have your business out in front of the world like that. Like, I have empathy for that part, but the reason that I don't feel sorry for him is because he is a man and he does have the capability of, you know, turning the situation around. We all take L's, you know. It is funny, you know, seeing his wife talk to him like that, and everything is entertainment and all that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, he has the capability of taking it around. I took L's. I'm sure Mr.Goodbread took L's. I'm sure everybody else in the chat take L's. We all take L's. It's just that his is in the public. But fellas, you got to be on top of your game. You got to be on top of your finances. It is an everyday. It's an everyday hustle. It's an everyday thing. It's you know, you gotta be careful with the decisions that you make, and you know, everything is not about sex. If any dude, because like he's hitting 10 chicks a week, and you might be hitting one chick every other week, that's some clown stuff. That's some clown stuff. That's not man stuff. Get what I'm saying? So protect yourself, make good decisions, and when you get some money, protect your wealth and protect your health as well. That's all I got, Mr. Goodbread.
King Gritto, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling, my guy?
Oh man, chilling like a titty sucking villain, man.
What's going on, man? How you feel about this bullshit right here, man?
Well, you know, Zone was, talking some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zone. Shout out to the Goodbread, to the king of the bread squad, you know what I mean? And the rest of the bread family. But I gotta keep it real, from having years in this shit, and I was raised around a lot of older cats, way older than me. I done seen a whole lot of secretaries, teachers, principals, you know what I mean? Church deaconesses, librarians, all turn into 304s like it ain't nothing. Could be 3 years, 5 years, 7 years into the marriage. So just because they on the pole, I mean, that's an instant, OnlyFans and the pole, that's a red flag, true. But at the same time, you look at all them brothers that got in the NBA, the NFL, and baseball way back in the day, in the 80s, in the 90s. Look at our boy Coach Prime. You feel me? Old Pilar did worse to him than any of these strippers and former prostitutes done did to any of these black male celebrities. And that bitch was not on the pole. What she was some kind of bougie little fake religious beauty queen. But off top, what she did is she ruined the man's legacy. That man had the nicest estate in the state of Texas. Texas is bigger than most countries, man. Y'all got to understand something. The city where he used to live, the county where he used to live, there wouldn't even be as much luxury stuff if it wasn't for him. He built that thing back in 1999. And when he built that, all these other developers and other people and rich people like Troy Aiken and, all these people, country stars, Steve Harvey, he was out there for a minute. All these people said, you know what? I'm gonna put me a big old mansion out here. And guess what happened? He was an innovator. It worked and it was good. And then the broad went crazy, started tripping on him, acting a fool. You know, she tried to attack one of his little homegirls, brought her girlfriend over to try to, you know, jump on him and start some shit, lied, said he picked up a 5,000-pound statue in his foyer and threw it at her. All kind of lies. Police got called out to the house. Man been living there since 99. Police never once it got called out to the house. And I'm talking about, for y'all who don't know, Prosper, Texas is one of the most redneck infested areas in the country. And them rednecks left Prime alone. But who took him down? Who messed up his legacy? Who ruined his 109 acres with big old crosses on the front gates? The North American, who? Black female. Not all, but a lot of these broads don't deserve not even a marriage. They don't deserve a damn relationship. They don't deserve a trip to Starbucks, damn it. So y'all got to understand something, man. That man is bouncing back now doing his thing, and he got him another mansion. You know what I'm saying? But what he lives in now, it ain't nothing. His mom, awesome lady, awesome black lady. He had a whole wing in his mansion for his mama, chilling. You know, right now, that house only sits on, you know, I'm talking about 5 acres. But before it was 109 acres. You got gigantic, all kind of retail, Kroger marketplaces, 3 separate different subdivisions, parks, all kind of stuff now that these white folks done what? And shout out to my white breads. I ain't hating them. See, white folks are smart. They're smarter than us because we're dumb. What they're going to do is they're going to come in and say, you know what? This dumb broad done messed up his legacy. She done ruined it. Now he put his shit up for sale because they're going through a divorce and he ain't going to be able to keep it because she wants, you know, a portion of the profits. They got kids together. Guess what? We going to come in and buy this property, which he customized for himself so nobody else wants it, just like Michael Vick's house. And we are going to buy it for pennies on the dollar. We're going to flip it. We're going to turn it into condominiums. We're going to sell it to Kroger. We're going to sell it to all these custom builders, which they did. Now, they done made currently like $1.5 billion off of it, and his whole property sold for under $5 million. So you tell me who's the fool. We the fool. Stephen A. Smith said something the other day. I don't even like dude, but like he said, I'm 55 years old. I ain't going through what I see all the rest of my cohorts in sports, whether it be on TV or actual players. You know what I'm saying? I ain't married. I ain't doing none of that. The reason why? You, like he say, child support, okay, you pay that. That helps the child continue their quality of life that they had when they were with their upper crust father. Cool. But then why I got to pay you to carry on a whole nother relationship and have the money and go live that life with whoever else? Church.
Will you please stop balling up and folding up and so we can't even figure out what it is? It's going to be $1 just laid out in there. It's all right. It won't hurt our family. We had to go to Family Dollar and buy iron. To iron out all the dollars because we can't even tell what they are. I work in the trustee ministry and we're trying to go to Golden Corral too. By the time we iron out all the dollars, everything is closed. And we don't even cook on Sunday no more. So just lay it in the plate. It's still going to be $1. Amen. Come on, y'all. Let's just get along. Come on. Help us out. Because we ushers. We ushers. Amen. We're here to serve you. And y'all.
Yeah, man. So it's,
Yes,
you know, if
sir.
you got you a good woman, you better hold on to her and thank the good Lord you got her, because good women are rare. I don't care where they come from, especially these westernized women of any color. You know, they doing it, man. I mean, it's rough out here. So if you got you a good one, hold on to her, but still be careful, because if she got ratchet ass grandma, ratchet ass sisters and homegirls and co-workers, you know what I'm talking about, they can turn her to the dark side. So just be careful, and, you know, always make sure that you got a backup plan. Don't never let nobody ruin your legacy, man. It's like Will Smith to this day. Nobody ain't thinking about Independence Day. They thinking about that slap. He was simping. They thinking about her running off with one of the little youngster, his son's friend. All this clown shit. She be talking about him on Red Table Talk, emasculating. You know what I'm saying? This is the coonery buffoonery. Just like back on the plantation, Massa said, I'm having trouble dealing with these strong bucks, these Negroes. This buck breaking ain't working. So he would get the biggest blackest, angriest woman to keep them niggas in line. That's where the whole mammy concept came from. And we still, some of y'all is still bringing mammy into your legacy and into your $1 million home. For what? You want to go see mammy, you go catch her at the Snooty Fox. Go catch her at the Scottish Inn Motel, man. You go to her crib. But you don't bring nonsense into your house. And anybody could be a mammy, black, white, or Puerto Rican. You feel me? Men got to protect themselves because a lot of these women are vicious. And if your mom and aunties ain't told you, then she lied to you. Church.
That's a fact, guys. Remember, y'all, it starts with managing your thoughts, yo. Managing your thoughts, then you'll be able to manage your emotions. You do not want to get caught up in your emotions. You'll be out here looking like my boy Joe Smith or his female. You see how that works? What we talk about over here is not, oh, for the niggas. He for the niggas. Stop it, sis. I am not the ops. I'm for what's right. It's good versus evil. I'm for what's good, bro. And all that extra shit y'all be trying to throw and deflect at me is not gonna work. So knock it off, bro. We talk about self-accountability. It's about being self-accountable and understanding you got to control your emotions. They got black people running around here so fucking emotional, bro. Just because they know we attach our emotions to something and then they'll take all our fucking money, bro. This is why we have no wealth in the community, bro. Because we too emotional, bro. Let's look at the emotional communities. The most emotional communities are the brokest, bro. It's no money in your bag, bro. Stay up out your bag, bro, and pour into your bag. How about that? How about we stop searching in our bag, in our feelings, and let's start pouring into our feelings. We are responsible for how the fuck we feel. When you hear the truth, if that shit triggers you, you go fix that. You go figure what it is in you that got you buck breaking and mad at the fucking truth. You know what I mean? But stop pushing your feelings to other people, then disguising it in questions and sarcastic questions. You know what I mean? Come on, that shit not gonna work. Fix yourself, bro. Fix yourself. That's what we here to do. That's what we gonna do. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Don't get caught slipping, bro. We out of here, yo.